Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, Balix here from Digitalpreneurs. Today, we shall be recreating this slider found on Apple's website. Now, we shall be recreating this using Elementor, okay? My job is to make sure that by the end of this tutorial, you can recreate something that looks similar to this using Elementor. Now, the tools you will need will include Elementor, Page Builder, and then you will need premium add-ons plugin, and then I'll provide you with some little code. You don't need to know how to code, you'll just get it and then paste it to where I will direct you to paste it. All right, so without any further ado, let's get started. Before we even think of creating the complete slider, we shall need to create templates, and you will realize why later on. So let's navigate to our WordPress dashboard, and then under templates, let's go to save templates. Then under save templates, you will see there I already have some templates. Okay, so let's go to add new, create a new template, and then let's say it's going to be a section template. We are going to call this one Apple template 1. Create. Now we are creating the template so that we are able to design the slider the way we want. Some sliders are inflexible, so once we use this method, you can design your slider in any way that you would like. All right, okay, now that our Elementor backend has loaded, let's get started. Now remember, we have to make sure that the first slider we create is a perfect slider. We have to make sure that everything is right on the slider, because what I'm going to do is, after creating this first slider template, I'll base on this to recreate the rest of the sliders. Okay, I'm assuming that if you're watching this video, you already know how to use Elementor. So here we are in the Elementor backend. So let's just create a slider template quickly. Let's create a container. Then this is going to be my main container. Let me name it here. I'm just naming it so that I'm organized. Main container. And then let's make this container full width. Okay, then in this container, let me add another container, which is going to be my content container. Content container. Okay, this is where I'm going to put my content. Now I'm doing this because if you look at the Apple slider, it had spaces between each of the sliders. So the main container, I will leave the padding as is, so that allows me to have the spacing. Okay, so in the content container, I'm going to add another container. All right, now here you can create your template, you can create your design the way you want. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate that container, and then the content container, I will change its direction to a row. Okay, so that I can use these two right here. Now in here is where I'm going to add my text. All right, so let's add text in here. I will start with my heading. I'm going to format my heading. Let's design this very fast, and then I'll show you the finished product. So this is the finished slide. Okay, this is the first template. Yeah, now what I've done is, if you look at this container here, this sub container here, it has a glass, kind of a glass background. Okay, to get that, all you have to do is select that container, go to the advanced section here, and then put in some code. All right, now this code, you will find the link to where you can get that code from below this video. So if you go to that link, this is what it will look like. This is the video you're watching right now. Now the glassmorphism background, that's the code you will use. Pick this code, copy all of it, and then just take it, paste it there. Once you paste it there, you'll get that glass background. Okay, so this is my first slide. Let me create the rest of the slides, and then I'll show you how to put it all together. So now that we have finished creating all the templates, let's navigate to pages and then create a new page, or go to the page where you want to put that slider. Okay, so in my case I have the page here. Let us click to edit it with Elementor. I already have the page here. So this is the page where we're going to put our slider. So let's create a new container. Okay, let's make this slider full screen, full width, sorry. And then let's add the premium add-ons carousel. Okay, let's just say carousel, type there carousel. It's going to be this one. Put it there. So select field, I will not select. Let's get the templates. We shall use template slider 1, slider 2, and slider 3. Okay, so all we are doing is adding the templates that we designed earlier on. Okay, now you see why we designed those templates. Okay, so that's the slider as of now. However, we are going to continue working on it. Let's remove that navigator. So as you can see, that's what the slider looks like, though it doesn't look like the Apple slider yet. Okay, so as of now, let's work on this slider. Yes, it's going to be horizontal, all visible. Let's go to the navigation. Yes, we shall need the dots there, and then below the slides, arrows. Let me take, do we have the arrows on the Apple slider? Let's see, there are no arrows. So let's go back to hours and remove arrows. Let's go to the slide settings. Let's leave the infinite loop on. I want it to, the transition to be slower. So for the transition to be slower, let's make it 1500 from 300. That should reduce the speed. Let's see what it looks like now. See, now that's better. Then let's go to autoplay slides, leave that on. I want the slides to stay for a longer period, so let's change that to 7000. Okay, now that is done, let's go to advanced settings. Draggable, yeah, let's allow people to drag. Touch move, let's allow people to touch. And then variable width, I want it to have a center mode so that we get the Apple slider look. Okay, and then you see the center mode is coming in. Then let's go and increase the spacing to, let's say 40. Let's first update and refresh so that we get the look. Okay, so as you can see, we see a bit of the other sliders. Yeah, there you go, we see just a bit of the other sliders. Let's make more edits, and then advanced settings. Let's see if I increase this to 80. Update and refresh. Okay, so that's what it looks like right now, as you can see. All right, so the slides are centered. We can see a bit of the slides both before and after. However, what I want to get that effect whereby the before and after slides are slightly faded. So to get that, let's get some code. Go to the link below this video, and then you'll go to the fade out slider CSS. Copy this code. Okay, go to the slider, go to the advanced section, and then go all the way down to the custom CSS and paste it there. See that? Now the slider, the before and after sliders are slightly faded. You see that? So that we can now focus on only the slider in front of us, or the current slider. See that? So, okay, so that gives us something that looks similar to the Apple website slider. Okay, so let's update that. Now that it has finished updating, let's preview it. All right, so that was my design. That's what I chose the design to be. Okay, So you see the slides before and after are faded, and then if you go to the next slider, that's what happens. All right, so it looks similar to the Apple website slider. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. You can also follow this tutorial and create a slider as amazing as this one. In case you still have any other questions, you can reach out to me or leave a comment below this video. Until next time, it's Balix saying at Salavista. Bye-bye.